It's as though men are being silenced and becoming more and more passive. One reason is men don't like arguing with women. Men don't know how to respond to aggressive women's behavior. As Jordan Peterson explained, men know how to deal with each other in aggressive situations, but men don't quite know what to do with aggressive women. My encouragement for men: don't ignore, deny, or hide from conflict. Step up in a loving manner and deal with the woman that you care about until you reach a resolution.
Nothing has made me feel more unattractive than trying to date in Vancouver. I literally feel like the ugliest person alive when I live there. The men just completely ignore you. And it's only when you leave where you're like, oh my god, am I actually not ugly? Like, do people find me attractive? The men in Vancouver just have a huge level of indifference. And it's because they can get away with just sliding in someone's DMs and being like, hey, what are you up to tonight? Like, these are boys, these are not men. And then you leave and you meet a man who like will plan a date, will book a reservation, will make a move. And you're like, whoa. So men still exist. And you don't have to be the parent or like the masculine role. I just don't want to waste my 20s feeling like I'm the most unattractive person alive. And that's how I feel in Vancouver dating.
I'm 53. It has been several years. Where are all the good men? I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just freaking tired. I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want to make coffee with that person. I want my person. I want my person. Why is it so hard to find your person? I'm tired.
A lot of these men know that a woman will get online and say, I'm strong and independent, I don't need no man, but then be having him in the other room, or hollering and screaming all this stuff, he paying the bills, but then still be online getting validation and attention from other dudes in the DMs.
Approach a hot girl in public, yes, it's that easy. This is what a guy did the other day, and it worked really well. I was on a walk by the beach, right? He cuts me off on his bike. Literally, I take off my headphones and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Is there anything worth checking out down this path? I was like genuinely thinking, there's a museum, you should check it out. He says, oh, okay. He looks at me, he's like, my name's Nick, what's your name? And then I tell him my name, and then he says, do you want to get drinks with me tonight? We've seen each other 5 times since then. Let me add this. And then he said he'll put his number in my phone. So he left it up to me to text him if I wanted. And I did, so I texted him. It is that easy, guys. It's that easy. Really, it's about putting yourself out there. Rejection is a numbers game. Dating is a numbers game. You should be happy. When you get rejected, it means you're one rejection closer to your next date. Basically, take your shot and then walk away.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Okay, hot take, and I know this is gonna make some girls mad, but I need to say it. We spend so much time talking about what men do wrong that we completely ignore the ones doing everything right. Like, I'm talking about the guy who works a 10-hour shift, comes home exhausted, and still asks you if you ate today. The guy who doesn't post you on social media, but tells his mom about you on the phone. The guy who doesn't argue with you in public, even when you're being unreasonable, and you know you are. We don't talk about them enough. We really don't. And then we wonder why good men stop trying. Because nobody notices when they show up. We only notice when they mess up. And that's not fair. If your man is consistent and present and shows love through actions and not just words, tell him today, not when he's gone. Because a good man who feels invisible will eventually become one.
A lot of these modern women don't really understand what they're losing. They think for some reason they're going to have their time in the sun forever, right? So you might have a good man or a solid man. Not saying the man is perfect. Not saying that, he got some stuff to work on. He got a lot of stuff to work on, but so do you. A lot of times modern women think they're perfect. And so that man that was there for you would do anything for you. You don't want that man. You want to go see other people. You want to go do your thing out there. You want to have a hot girl summer. But then when you stop messing around and you see that, oh, well, wait, actually, there's nobody going to take care of me like he does. I ain't want to come crawling back. by that time, he's moved on.
As I mature, men need to feel needed. They need to feel like Superman, especially in their relationship. But growing up, I didn't really learn to view a man like that. I think the rhetoric to me growing up was always, learn to survive, take care of yourself, and no man's coming to save you. Mostly because my mom wanted me to be able to stand on my own 2 feet and provide for myself. But as I grow, I realized that I didn't learn to nurture the Superman in a man because of that. Nor did I learn to discern when a man is truly worthy of that. Because we know that if you give into that too soon with the wrong man, it can scar you moving forward and it make you be like, well, I'm never putting a man on a pedestal. I'm never making a man feel like that. It'll deter you from that feeling at all. And now that I grow and mature, I realize that you do have to have discernment of when and who this is chosen to be that Superman in your life. But you have to nurture that Superman in a man so that he will start to show up as that man in your life.
I don't think it can be understated that guys have pretty much had enough. There's a lot of foolishness going on. There's a lot of women doing a lot of stuff. Just chock full of foolishness. And they're thinking for some reason that guys are okay with that. They're thinking that men are going to be like, oh yeah, yippee. I love this. I love the way that you're acting. Especially in front of my family and my friends. They know what type of man I am. They know what I stand for. My boss. It literally don't matter who I'm around. The people in my circle that I come in contact with on a regular basis, they know what I stand for. And to have you pulling up acting a fool really does a lot. And it goes a long way to ruin my credibility. But you can guess that most modern women don't care about that. They only care about themselves and what they get out of the deal.
I asked my boyfriend if he wanted to take a walk and get cookies.
Okay.
Well, notice something.
What?
Baby, I didn't want
Notice
cookies
you
yet.
didn't get cookies.
Am I wrong?
So what?
I didn't want
When I
cookies
asked you
yet.
if
So
you
what?
wanted to take a walk and get
Why are
cookies,
women?
I asked if
I
you
don't
wanted
know.
to get
He didn't want a cookie. He wanted the walk part, clearly. Is he carrying your stuff too? Also, he saved you guys some money. And you making comments like, oh, this is embarrassing. No one's paying that close of attention. People don't walk by and be like, wow, that woman's carrying a cookie and that man isn't. Oh my gosh. Worst couple ever. No one's thinking that. Would you rather him say, yeah, I do want a cookie and get one even though he secretly didn't want one? And for him to sit there and eat something he's not wanting? Especially something unhealthy that he doesn't want? Is he allowed to be a separate, autonomous person in this relationship? Or does he always have to be in sync with you 24/7? And heck, maybe he wanted something else. Maybe he wanted a drink or something. You can always have those conversations and both of you guys can get something different. It's not... Why does this have to be so difficult? It's really not that big of a deal. Just enjoy your cookie and your walk. Like, what the heck?
And you'll have a lot of these modern women that will ask about chivalry. They'll ask about a man being traditional, right? But the issue is, when the man was giving you flowers, you were rolling your eyes at him. You was giggling, you was laughing. A man go and open a door for you, he get a lecture on how you're strong and independent and you don't need no man and thanks, but and whatever other stupid stuff that you want to come with. Oh, well, thanks, but I really don't need that. So I don't want you holding on my hand. I wasn't going to do that. I was just being a gentleman like I was taught. When men continue to come up against that attitude over and over again, why in the world would they keep on going in that direction? Why would they keep on doing that? Why would they keep on giving you the benefit of him being a gentleman and you're just going to act stupid?
Masculine men only protect and cherish feminine women. You can get mad at me, ignore me, or argue it, but it doesn't change reality. Your man is wired to protect, lead, and provide. But he can only do that for a woman who allows him to be that kind of man. If you constantly control, argue, or compete with him, one of two things is going to happen. He'll either shut down and become passive with no drive, no initiative, and then you'll complain that he's weak and he doesn't lead. Or he'll say, this isn't the kind of woman I want. And he'll go find a softer, feminine woman that he can actually protect and care for. When a woman lives in her masculine 24/7, he starts seeing her more like a friend, a coworker, or even competition. but never as a wife. So if you want a masculine man by your side, you don't force him. You make space for him by returning to your femininity. That's your natural state. That's where you feel adored and relaxed and deeply valued. If you want to learn how to embody that soft, confident, feminine energy, comment feminine and I'll send you my program to learn this.
This is better.
No, please don't go.
No.
Please stay. Please stay.
No, I mean, you held that from me. Like, you intentionally didn't tell me that.
I'm sorry. Like, please don't go.
No. Hopefully you told next time you had a kid before 6 months.
6 months? What did you do? Did you stuff your children in a closet somewhere? I mean, at least their stuff. You must have hid their stuff. Because you cannot seriously date somebody for 6 months and hide the evidence that you are a mother and that you have children. You would have to hide their stuff. You would have to lie about where you are and what you did in a day. You would have to lie about a huge part of your history. So I'm on his side because at that point, it is not just that you were not transparent. You were actually hiding things actively. And I think that man handled it perfectly well. He was calm, controlled, well-mannered. He didn't bash her. He didn't insult her. He just said it as it is, and he was taking himself out of the situation. And honestly, he could have been way more upset because he probably put in so much time and effort into this relationship within that 6 months that this sort of thing would feel like somewhat of a betrayal. That man obviously deserved better, and he knew it, so he made the king move.
You know, one thing that these modern women do is they try to skip the line. Is essentially what they're trying to do. They won't say that they're not equal to somebody else, but that's the way they feel. They feel like if I go and get my degree, I'm better than everybody else. I'm the cream of the crop. I'm the prize. You might be the cream of the crop and the prize academically speaking, because you might be pretty smart academically speaking, but you're not, and you will never be the most talented person. You're not ever going to know everything. So it would behoove you and it would pay to be humble. But most modern women aren't like that. They go and get the degree. They go and get the job. And then they say, since I have these things, my standards can be sky high. My standards can be through the roof. And there's going to be a man out there that better meet them, or else they're not going to have the pleasure of getting with me. Turns out, it seems like those men that you don't want don't actually want the pleasure. They actually see it as pain.
It is my responsibility as a wife to make sure my husband leaves my presence full. That every cup that I am supposed to fill is full. The intimacy cup, full. The emotional connection, full. The joy, laughter, and peace, full. Spiritual bond, full. Friendship cup, full. I am pouring into him consistently on a daily basis. So that when he leaves my presence, a compliment or a look of endearment won't move him. He is overflowing. He is in abundance of everything that he needs. That's my responsibility. See, this is where we make the mistake. You're married to me. You shouldn't be looking anywhere else. I'm your wife. But sis, if you are not filling up his cup, he is a human. Just like if you ain't getting love from your husband, you're not getting complimented, and then you go to Walmart and John checking your receipt talking about, hey, you looking good, smelling good, give you that compliment. You feel a little butterfly. You feel that way because you ain't getting it at home. The same thing for your husband. Fill those cups so that these strangers won't be moving y'all to make stupid moves outside of y'all marriage, okay?
A lot of modern women you'll find are really, unfortunately for them, undisciplined. Very undisciplined. Say, for instance, she might, or he might have some friends. He keeps some friends, you know, hey, let's go do this, let's do it, you know, let's hang out, right? And I don't invite her because we're just friends. Hey, we're just going out to hang out. It's just me and the boys going to chill out, right? We ain't going to do nothing crazy. We're just going to chill out. Oh, well, you're not going to, where are you going? And you got to answer all those questions. But when it comes time for you to go on a girls trip and you don't invite him, and he says, you know, you never really invite me either. What are you guys doing? We ain't really doing anything. You know, I need my space, boundaries. You know, I gotta have some sort of bodily autonomy and all that other stuff. So it's okay for you to quote unquote get your space and go on multiple girls' nights. But if that man, even God forbid, that man goes over another man's house, have a beer and play some games. God forbid, these brothers have some fun without you. God forbid.
I don't
understand what they're doing to women. Like, I think that they kind of understand, but I don't think that they fully like.
Nobody gives a for real. I'm gonna be honest, because y'all will cry like this after y'all fuck somebody else and got caught. I had women fight me because I caught them and asked them to leave my crib. Nobody cares about them fake tears no more. As much as y'all be doing to men, as much as y'all talk about men, as many years y'all supposed to divest in the center but still ain't do it, nobody gives a fuck, because y'all ain't gonna listen to nobody, even y'allself. These same type of women are weak in their relationships. They will put up with the most bullshit when they don't need to. They give the same man 1,000 chances instead of taking 1,000 new chances. They don't give themselves an opportunity, and at the end of it, they just assume we all the same instead of them making the same choices. 100% of the stuff that women complain about and go through is the same shit they put men through. We just don't complain as much, so they convinced that they not a problem, regardless of the fact that they literally doing it. But every time they cheat on a man, they need a man to help them do it. So we all pretty much been on both sides of it. Really, nobody cares about this crime no more. Y'all need to take accountability. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
And also one day, modern women are going to have to figure out that if you're going to brag about making 6 figures, you're going to have to produce. You're going to have to produce. Well, I'm a boss, babe. I'm showing an independent woman. I don't need no man, But I expect a man to be a gentleman. And I expect you to be a nurturer. I expect you to give back to me what I give to you. If I'm pouring into you, I expect you to give that back to me. At some point in time, I would like you to take me on a date. Oh, well, that's not manly. I don't care what you say. I need you to reciprocate at some point in time. Get creative. Well, that's a woman's thing. No, because y'all do that same. See, what y'all would like to do is y'all would like to say, well, we got this day, Valentine's Day, it's going to be for women. No, it's supposed to be for couples, I thought. Because we both in love, right? Is it only me that is in love, or is it both of us? Well, then, you got National Girlfriend's Day or National Boo Thing Day or whatever, my birthday, and I got to get something for that, and you got to go all out all week, all month, and then Christmas come, and I got to go all out for that. And there's a couple of other holidays in there. Did I say birthday? Got to go all, I got to go all out for that too. There's a plethora of things. And then that's on top of just because. And just because really, honestly, and truly needs to happen at least 3 to 4 times a month. So you're already getting quality gifts, quality dates, just because. And then your birthday, I got to go all out. Valentine's Day, I got to go all out at some point. And then for all of that, what does a man get? Complaining. He didn't quite do it right, but we bringing him along. Bringing me along where? You need to catch up.
You know what I've noticed? Women will leave a marriage because they are just unhappy. But men, they will stay through the years of attitude, rejection, and flat out disrespect, trying to hold on to the promise they made. And that's the difference. Women chase happiness, but men fight to keep commitment. And that might sting a little, but it's true. There is a big difference between being unhappy and being ungrateful. Unhappy can be worked on. It can be fixed with effort, communication, and humility. Ungrateful, that's when you stop seeing the good right in front of you. Sometimes it is not that your husband stopped trying. It's that you stopped noticing. You stopped thanking him. You stopped respecting him. You stopped showing him the love you expect back. And eventually, even the strongest man gets tired of being treated like he doesn't matter. Men do not usually give up fast. They give up quietly. And by the time they do, it's not because they stopped loving you. It's because they were done begging to be loved back. So before you say you are just unhappy, ask yourself, are you giving the same effort and respect you are asking for?
And what modern women keep on asking for is something that over and over again we see. They're just not willing to give. They're just not willing to give it. Right? We talk about chivalry. But really all chivalry is just a man being nice. That's really all it is. It's just me being nice, me being respectful. So take that mindset, and now you say, if he's giving me this type of respect, maybe he would want that type of respect back. But to a modern woman, it don't equate like that. To a modern woman, especially now, back in the day, when you had women that would think about their husbands, who would cook, who would clean, they would say, thank you for doing so much for me. Your plate's on the table. And when it gets a little bit older, or gets a bit, technology gets a little better, plates in the oven, plates in the microwave. If you're not coming home from work for a long, long time, plates in the fridge. It's already wrapped. You can just unwrap it, put it in the microwave, and heat it up. Depends on what time you come home from work. If you come home, and some women, and I know modern women gonna lose their stuff when they hear it, some women would be asleep. When a man walk in the door, he didn't even have to wake him up. They would be up with that thing, and they would get his schedule down, and then they would be up and have his food ready to go. Weird concept. But they did it because, he shows respect to me. He shows love to me. He treats me right. Maybe I ought to do it for him. And so if a man is going to continue to be chivalrous, right, and then stay in your vicinity, then you got to start being respectful back. That's what you don't know. Well, where are all the chivalrous men at? They've moved away from you. They might still be over in this other part of the world, being chivalrous and generous to somebody that's appreciative. But you're not, so I don't ever go around you, so you never experience it anymore.
I understand why a lot of women are suffering in the dating world, and I promise you it's the dating apps. I promise you it's just a bunch of losers on the dating apps. Okay, because there are a lot of good men out there, and they're not on the dating app. Okay, let me tell you some of my horror stories. Okay, I had one guy tell me that he's looking for a third wife, and he wants these 3 wives to be best friends and to spend all the money on him. I want these 3 girls to support me. What a fucking loser. What a loser. I had one guy tell me he didn't have a kid until the 4th date. By the way, I have a 9-year-old. 9-year-old. Who the fuck's babysitting him? Like, why'd you wait all this time to tell me? Like, you didn't think it was a good idea to tell me before you met me? I don't want to be with you and your 9-year-old kid, bro. I'm good. I don't got kids, right? And then the last one is funny as he told me he was a pharmacist, and then I found him working in Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I was like, what the f-? You said you were a pharmacist. He's like, oh no, I'm pharmacist in Algeria. Fucker. I ain't going to Algeria. I'm telling you, like, don't go on the dating apps. They're fucking losers.
I think, and there was one guy I think I heard talking about there's never really a right way to approach. And then I think somewhere at the end of his video or something like that, he might have mentioned when he runs into dudes, or, he looks at the situation of men not approaching, it's usually a skill issue, or it's usually that she's not attracted to you, which, pretty much that's what it's going to run into. But I think with the way that modern women act, it's kind of hard to see now, is it a skill issue, or is she just not attracted to me? A lot of time, modern women don't even know, they don't know how to act. They can be attracted to a man and still be cutting up and clowning him, because that's what the group is doing. And obviously you got to be your own person, but a lot of times women they're social. And so whatever the group is doing, well, I guess that's what I'm doing. Even though I would have liked the guy, I guess that's what I'm doing. Sometimes these women double back and talk to the guy. And the guy's like, well, why was you clowning me over there? Well, I was with the group and they was doing this, and this, but I really liked you, so I thought I didn't want to miss this chance. And they start talking, and then only come back after maybe a month, 2 months that they talking on a low, that she introduced him to the friend group, or the friends kind of see them out. Where you been, man? You've been missing in action, right? But modern women a lot of times are ruining their own their own approach. They're attracted to you, but they're ruining it with RBF or who they hang out with. There was a situation where two women were in a gym. A man approached one. Well, he actually approached the group, and you know what he said was kind of corny, but the woman liked him. And so she was listening to hear what he had to say. The woman on the other side, her friend, jumps into the situation and the conversation and starts talking over him, laughing and kikiing. The woman then looks at her friend and says, okay, I guess I should laugh. So she starts laughing, kind of half-heartedly. And the woman, her friend, is still ruining her chance. She likes the guy. This is what some of these modern women are doing. They're ruining their chances for their friend because they're losers. Get away from them.
Modern dating is basically just a welfare program for mediocre men that's paid for on the backs of women. For our entire human history, men were expected to jump through hoops if they wanted to earn the privilege of a woman. We still see this in the animal kingdom. Males impress females and females choose them. Men used to be required to show they had land, assets, and the ability to provide for a woman and their future kids before getting to gain or take anything from her, physically or emotionally. She was the prize and he had to earn it. Now we've reversed it. Women are expected to step into these faux marriages with men. Boyfriend, girlfriend, soul-wise, emotional-wise, is just marriage without paperwork. She's expected to let him test drive her for years at a time, prove herself to him, then beg him to propose. If he decides he wants out, he can drop her and leave her with no consequences and move on to someone else. It's the biggest scam I've ever heard of. Here's why. Women used to have to rely on a man to take care of them, but now that they have financial freedom, men have less leverage in the dating market. So we've changed the definition of love to make it easier for men. Love used to be something that was built over time through effort. Now it's just some ooey gooey feeling in your stomach, which is a total lie. That's chemical and can go away if not sustained with effort. Men get women to buy into these feelings without even doing much, take from her, and then leave her high and dry. You're not crazy for being frustrated with dating. Men are getting everything for nothing.
5 things strong women don't say, but feel deeply. 1. She doesn't say, I'm exhausted, but she silently carries everything and still shows up like nothing's wrong. 2. She doesn't say, I crave love, but she hopes someone will choose her without needing to earn it first. 3. She doesn't say, I'm hurting, but her silence is her loudest cry because talking about it feels pointless now. 4. She doesn't say, I'm scared you'll leave, but every little shift in your energy makes her overthink for hours. 5. She doesn't say, I'm breaking, but the strongest ones always fall apart the quietest. She doesn't want to be asked if she's okay. She wants someone who just knows she's not and stays anyway. The strongest women won't ask for love, care, or support. They'll just pull away when they realize they're pouring into empty hands. Because once she feels emotionally safe, she doesn't just soften, she blooms into everything she was hiding. Ladies, if you feel this, comment a red heart and save this reel. And if he forgot the version of you that used to feel desired, this triggers the emotional memory that pulls him back to her. Read the caption. He's about to remember what he lost.
Except for, I signed up as a yes. Right? Like, I don't care if I feel like it. I don't care if I want to. I'm your partner. I'm your partner. I'm your provider. I may need a bath, but I'm a yes. And yet he still had the fear of being rejected. And so he would start to get really weird because he wanted to have sex, but he was trying to conceal that he wanted to have sex.
Yeah, and but for like you said about the saying, how about tonight? And he's going, I don't know. But for me, I want to feel like you desire me all day, and then I want to the moment we can. Because all day I've been feeling like you desire me and I desire you and we're playful, and then by the time it's go time, we're like, I'm ready.
Exactly. Which I think is, there are men who foreplay is a nightmare to them. But foreplay is what's needed when you surprise a woman and you shock her. My body needs to catch up with that. And foreplay is having your body catch up. But If it's present, right, like all day.
First chance, yeah, that we're doing it. Yes, that it feels that way. But if we're like walking past each other with the list, and did you go to, can you please get this when you go to the now do you that it doesn't feel that same. It feels like a jolt.
Come on and put it on me.
Put it on you, girl. I'ma put it on you, girl. Got to do with it.
Where are all the good men at? That's what we keep getting asked after this morning's video. And the truth you're not gonna like, because the truth is they're nowhere. You'll never find them if you ask that question, and more importantly, ask it from that energy. The truth is all of us have experienced pain. It's part of life. And yes, women have experienced enormous amount of pain at the hands of men. And yet the real question you have to ask yourself is, what are you gonna do with that pain? Because some of the pain you're carrying, it isn't even yours. It's pain your mother imparted into you. It's pain that your grandmother experienced. It's pain from the lineage of the feminine in your ancestors. And when we carry that pain without releasing it or healing it, we attract from that pain, because our thoughts, feelings, emotions, and words create our life. You're the creator of your life. You are the God of your life. And so when you say, where are all the good men at? What you're really saying is, I don't believe they're out there. And you're only saying that because you're holding on to that pain. My question to you is, who do you have to forgive? As much as you don't want to. What pain do you have to let go of? And could it be possible that when you start to see that there's wonderful, beautiful, incredible men out there, when you start to allow that as your new truth, could it be that's the very thing that brings you the man you're actually looking for?
When was the last time you felt loved, truly loved, without judgment, without expectations? Last time I seen my mum. That's it, man.
Do all men think kindness is flirting?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bear Fiorda, and I was sitting down to enjoy my morning coffee when I saw this video and thought to myself, as a dude, I can probably really help out my fellow man here. First of all, there are in fact several men who see an extra long smile, a lingering eye, or even just a simple, hello, how can I help you today, as a sign of interest from whatever lady is saying it to them. And honestly, I see this happen a lot with men who don't have enough experience speaking with women. So I'm gonna give you a couple of scenarios that should really help you out. First of all, if you're out and about in the world and starting to get that little itch that maybe the girl you're chatting with is into you, but you're at her place of employment, 99% likely she's just doing it because it's part of the job. I know it can be hard to believe that when everything in the moment is telling you, no, dude, she wants you, but you have to pause and recognize the reality. Second of all, if you're out and about in the world chatting up a girl for the first time and you're in a not very public place and she is alone by herself, she's probably just being very, very pleasant, trying to keep the tone light because she's worried about talking to a stranger. And it's nothing against you, my dude, but what you're reading as her being into you is probably just her being really kind because she wants to make sure that she gets home that night without any issue. And you know what? In the absolute worst case, if you just can't tell, you have no idea, but you really get that feeling of, damn, she wants me, ask, hey, I know we just met today, but I'm getting the feeling that you and I have some kind of chemistry here. Am I just reading the room wrong? Because it's okay to not know something. It is absolutely okay to ask questions, but it's not okay to make someone feel uncomfortable because you didn't understand what was going on.
I wanna do all of the things you never want to do. I'll do them for you. Oh, baby, I wanna do all of the things you never want to do. Every little thing, I'll do them for you. Yeah, I'll take you.
Hey, yo, come here, let me holler at y'all. Listen, in my opinion, I feel like weak men create masculine women. I mean, strong men create feminine women. And it's like, I feel like if she's doing everything you're supposed to be doing, how do you expect her to respect you and answer to you? How you want her to answer to you? Like, the audacity, right? I feel like women naturally want to be sweet, lovey, what I'm saying? A lot of women, when they really feeling you and they really at their most feminine state, that they start acting like babies around you. You know what I'm saying? Just because of that cute little phase, because they just feel safe in your presence. You know what I mean? Because you are a man. You're taking care of everything. Them, the person, their spirit, their mind. You're helping them grow. You're just making them be a woman, you know? You can't expect a woman to love on you properly if you allowing her to play your position. That's never gonna make sense. So at the end of the day, if she's not talking to you how you want her to talk to you, you gotta reevaluate what you got going on and make her talk to you that way. You know? Women don't naturally want to be angry, upset, you know, combative, disrespectful, whatever the case may be. They naturally want to come soft. That's how they are when you meet them. It's up to you to keep them that way. So everything that transpires on you. It's a butterfly effect, huh?
Being a wife requires you to be feminine at all times. It's not an on and off, it's always on. If you are not capable of being in your feminine at all times, I would reconsider your status as a wife. I would say that you might not be wife material yet, because men naturally, heterosexual men, don't want to be in a relationship with another man. They're choosing a woman because they want the thing that they don't have. If you want to be wife material, you have to be the thing that attracts a man. And what attracts him is going to be your femininity.
In 2026, I am no longer part of the independent woman crew. I am no longer part of the crew that says, I don't need a man. I am off of the crew of I can do it by myself. I'm done. Get me off of those committees because, baby, I need a man. I need my husband. I don't know what I was thinking and who brainwashed me. Because if I'm being honest, all of those things were a facade to protect myself from getting my feelings hurt or my heart broken. But in 2026, I'm ready. I'm gonna try this thing out. For real this time.
Well, you don't want to add on any calories, do you? Let me order for you. I'll surprise you. I know what you want.
I hate surprises. You know this place better than me, so.
Yes, I do. I tend to know what women like. Well, I'm definitely a cut above the rest. You don't want to.
You don't like regular hair or something?
I'll order you a drink that'll suit what you're looking for.
What am I looking for?
Something with less calories.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, wine does have a lot of sugar. So what are you getting?
I'm getting the ribeye with the mashed potatoes.
So what are you going to order for me then?
The ribeye with the mashed potatoes.
Oh, okay. I think I'm going to go with...
She's actually going to have what I'm going to have.
Oh my God. I can't even talk. Okay, I can't even order. He thinks he's being so nice. If you don't mind, I'm going to take care of my bill because...
I do mind. I will not embarrass me.
It's not an embarrassment. I should just cash out
No,
you.
it is. It's very much an embarrassment.
Who's the prize, the man or the woman?
I would say the woman in the prize because we can recreate, make children, make a foundation.
Where did seed come from? Where did that life form come from? No, the life form. The life form came from the men, which he put it into you. But I'm holding it
for 9 months, and I'm the one pushing it out.
The man is the prize, and I'll tell you why. You look for someone that's taller, stronger, more competent, and makes more money. So you're looking for someone that's doing better than you in these aspects. The man isn't looking for the woman that's doing better than him in any aspects. He just wants her to do her role, which is cook, clean, fix me some sandwiches, give me some, and listen to what I say. Sandwiches and submissiveness. What the woman wants is protecting and providing, which both together is security. But guess what? Security, that doesn't come from not competing. For security, that man has to go out there and compete. So therefore, if he's competing and you're not, obviously he's the prize because he had to win the race to get you.
There isn't a single man on this earth who will stay with a woman that doesn't respect him. A man can accept that maybe you don't love him like you used to, but if the respect is still there, he will fight for that relationship with everything he has. Because respect is the foundation, the core, the structure that holds the entire marriage together. Respect must be the center of the home. A man will adore the woman who respects him, even if he knows he loves her far more than she loves him. It doesn't matter. Just respect him. But if you cannot respect him, if you look down on him, if you belittle him or make him feel small, then leave him. End it properly. Because a man can survive without a lot of things, but he cannot survive in a home where he is disrespected. A man will walk away from beauty before he tolerates disrespect. He will let go of love before he accepts humiliation. He will leave quietly, without drama or warnings. And once a man's respect for a woman dies, his love follows right after. Respect is the air he breathes. Take it away, and the relationship suffocates.
Internet got the world in a frenzy, bro. Like, definitely. Oh God. You see a fine chick, just know it's 1,000 dudes on her heels, bro. It's 1,000 dudes in that inbox. Oh God. So the nice little pretty girl who you would have met at Target or met at Walmart and Kroger and be like, yo, what's up? I'm taking you on a date. There's so many obstacles now because it's 1,000, 2,000 people in that inbox, bro. Slowing the process down. So you can't even really get to know her the way. She can't even make up her mind. She can't make up her mind because it's 1,000 dudes in the inbox, and she's not gonna take the time to get to know you like that. Unfortunately, that's just the way the world is, bro. We live in a microwave world, bro. Nobody's putting it in the oven and preparing it. Everything is microwave, fast, quick, in a hurry. And that's how dating is. And that's why everybody's single. And that's why everybody's miserable. And that's why everybody out here talking about, I'm looking for something real. No, you not. Because you entertaining 2,000. Oh, God.
You were never meant to beg a man for love and commitment. When are we going to be official? When is he going to commit to me? Let me remind you of something real quick. For centuries, it was men showing up, begging for the opportunity to court and then marry you. It wasn't him test driving you for 5 years like you're a used car while he decides and he wonders if he's ready to step up. It wasn't him ordering Ubers at 11:30 p.m. on a Thursday night to have you come over like you're a FedEx package. It was not him saying, let's just see where it goes. Let's see where it goes so he can bang you and 3 other women without stepping up and making a commitment. It was him showing up ready and intentional to court and marry you. You're not built to wait years on end and cry over a guy while he decides about you. You're built to be a queen and for a man to show up and be intentional about you. History says so. History says you're the prize. History says men chase you, and history says men prove themselves. So how about you step in line with your history and you treat yourself like the queen you're built to be?
Step number 1. Do you have a life? When you ask someone to marry you, you're asking them to step into your life. Do you have a life? No, we'll ride off into the sunset and make a life together. You're going to start depending on each other, then being disappointed in each other, and then blaming each other for not having a life. Before you ask someone to join you, you got to have something to join. What is your life? That's the first compatibility issue. Does she want to share the life you have or envision? If she doesn't, then forget about it. Are you going to give her the life she's expecting to have? If not, forget about it. Love is not bigger than life. So not love first and then we'll figure out life. No, that's childish. Secondly, if you're going to get married, as a man, you have to stop being a man and become a husband. And as a woman, you have to stop being a woman and become a wife. People get married without any intentions of being husband and wife, just a man and a woman. Because of Hollywood, there's no glamour in being a wife. They destroyed it. There's certainly no glamour in being a husband. There's agony, husband and wife sacrificing for each other. A lot of cost, but no benefit. Husbands and wives find each other indispensable. You're not a good husband without a wife, but you can be a healthier man without a woman. You can be a healthier woman without a man. So as a man and a woman, you really don't need each other. A man does not need a woman. In fact, if there's a woman in his life, it complicates his life. He's got to adjust. He's got to not be such a man. A woman without a man in her life is so much healthier. Just a woman, free to be a woman. So a man and a woman should not be in a relationship because they're going to destroy each other. A husband and wife, that's amazing. So if you don't intend to become a husband, don't get married. The third thing is the respect. Don't lower your standards at home. Have higher standards at home. Standards of respect, standards of decency, dignity. Don't lower your dignity, not to your wife.
And what modern women have to understand is, because they push out this narrative that men are hiding, that men are not around, that men never come to singles events, that men are in different dating spaces. Modern women are so oblivious to the movements of a man that a man could actually come to a dating event. He actually goes to the dating event, but you won't notice him because you're looking for the dude that's 6'5". You won't notice him because you're looking for the dude that is wearing an Armani suit or something like that. You're looking for the person that looks how you want them to look, that presents themselves how you think that they should present themselves, when they might present a slightly different way. They might talk a different way. They might approach a different way. And we're not talking about people who walk up to you and approach you looking like a slouch and a slob. We're just talking about, say for instance, a dude wears a red suit. Well, I'm looking for, my husband's going to be a guy in a black suit. God's going to send me a man in a black suit, black loafers. I've already prayed for it. Why did you pray for something so shallow like that? Why? When the dude in the red suit is exactly who you're looking for. Oh, he sounds like he's from New York. So, well, looking for a guy from Connecticut. What does it matter? Have you talked to him to see how he treats you? Yeah, I actually did. He seems like a nice guy. He's got this down. He's really educated. I really like that about him. Seems like he's connected well to his family and his friends. Well-adjusted man. He's got a good job, great hobbies. Well, if he has all of that stuff, then why don't you just date him? What kind of job does he have? Oh, it's a boring job. I really don't like that. Does he make a stable income? Yeah, but I don't think that's going to be exciting for my life. Huh? They really disqualify men because of these things. Minute things. And I'm exaggerating, but there's minute things that modern women, basically say, well, you're a really good man, actually. But you're not my husband. And then they go and start making up stupid sayings talking about, well, don't let your boyfriend or something like that, or don't let a good man keep you from finding your husband. What does that even mean? Can you just go ahead and do what you're supposed? Just say that you're not ready. Just say that you don't have the emotional intelligence capacity to handle a man like that.